Today, if you make Peter president, I can decide not to talk to anybody. I can just hire some, maybe media talks, to be answering and calling anybody's name in social media and everything.
Peter Obi's comment about how Nigeria's peers of yesteryears have completely left us behind has continued to generate reactions from the APC, this time from the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu. He used condescending language on a man that didn't even mention his name. He merely used data to point at the fact that Nigeria is not where it's supposed to be, that it lacks purposeful leadership. Sanwo-Olu said, quote, "I also find Mr. Obi's pattern of behavior disturbing. When prominent Nigerians go overseas, they ought to project Nigeria positively," unquote. Oh, not this Nigeria's image again. We will see the real demarketers of Nigeria in a moment. Sanwo-Olu went as far as using buzzwords, campaign narratives they used during the presidential election to say that Peter Obi didn't build any school or hospital during his 8 years in power. This is an obvious, blatant lie. A simple search on Google will prove that this is a lie. Anyway, Nigerians have passed that stage. Anyone right now still talking about what Peter Obi did when he was in office, or any other prominent politician for that matter, they still haven't received the memo. The focus right now is on the man in power. He claimed he built Lagos. Obviously, Jakonde will be turning in his grave. Because if you want to compare infrastructure in Lagos before he came to power and after he left, no one, even a combination of all the governors in Lagos State since the Fourth Republic, they can't still beat what Jakonde achieved during his first term alone. So the focus right now is on Tinubu. Why is Nigeria's economy failing? Why is Naira exchanging about 3 times the amount he met it when he came to office? Why is petrol selling for about 5 times the amount he met it? These are the issues. They can't continue diverting attention of Nigerians, talking about what this person did when did that. No. Talk about what is happening right now. It's because you people know you have failed Nigerians. That's why you always jump at someone who you claim to be of no consequence, that he doesn't have any electoral value, but somehow whenever he speaks, you guys all jump up. Remember what happened during the presidential election in Lagos? After that tsunami by Labour Party, Sanwo-Olu suddenly humbled himself. He started going to churches, appealing directly to people. He became a hairdresser, going to salons to show how humble he is. Now he has found his voice again. And since he decided to go personal on Peter Obi instead of addressing the issues he raised, let's see what Ambode, his predecessor in Lagos State, said about Sanwo-Olu's character.
And the only way out for us is to continue to do that in the next 4 years. This particular aspirant, as you all know, you can go and check it, the records are there. This is somebody that has been arrested for spending fake American dollars in a nightclub in America, and he's been detained for months. And he knows that he has won mugshots for months before this whole thing was quenched. He's also known that he doesn't have the competence to do what he's being propelled to do. The records are there in Gwagala General Hospital. This is somebody that has gone for rehabilitation before. We don't want to go too far, but we know.
Now you can see who is demarketing Nigeria. According to Ambode, Sanwo-Olu spent fake dollars in the US. He was arrested for that. In the same United States, Peter Obi made his comment in Johns Hopkins University, and in the same United States, Tinubu forfeited $460,000 being proceeds of drug trafficking, and they don't think all these demarket Nigeria. They were not good ambassadors of Nigeria when they were abroad, when they were living in the US. Now they find themselves in government positions. They continue to conduct themselves in questionable manner, and they don't feel they are demarketing Nigeria. It is only the man that is pointing out our problems that they think is demarketing Nigeria. How do you solve your problems when you don't know them? You have to point them out in order to find solutions. If you don't do that, how are you going to solve the problems? Hiding the problems doesn't mean they will be solved. Yes, and denying about it, trying to make a posture that everything is well with Nigeria, then the world can see everything. They know how poor we are. That's why aid money continues to pour into Nigeria. Whether they use that aid money to actually solve poverty remains a question, but the truth remains that what they are trying to hide is already known around the world. The mere fact that our people continue to migrate en masse to foreign countries, when they come, they overstay their visas, they come for education. After their education, they start working in these countries. They never think about going back to their country. It shows that something is wrong with your home. Yes, if someone pays you a visit and he refuses to go home, he overstays his welcome, like they say. That means something is wrong with his own home. If he's running away from staying in his own home, maybe he doesn't even have a home in the first place. So these are the issues. And this brings to question, why do people of questionable character always find themselves in positions of power in Nigeria? This is simply because Nigeria is under a criminal capture, and you know, like birds flock together, they appoint like minds into positions so as to make sure they control them to maintain the status quo, so to speak. A nice person that doesn't have a questionable character will always do the right thing. And going back to what Ambode said, it's disappointing that after all he said about Sanwo-Olu, he ended up supporting him in the election. Politics is tribal. Now, let's see what Tinubu said after Ambode was denied a second term. He accepted that Ambode was working for Lagosians at the time, but he said it wasn't enough. He needed to be a party man, which means good governance is not their top priority.
Ambode Akin is doing well. Yes. He has to be a good party man. Not only the glamour, not only about brick and mortar. A talent is determined by character. For you to become an influential person, you have to respond to the yearnings of those people. This is politics.
Still on good governance, Mudashiru Obasa, the Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, and a fellow party man like Sanwo-Olu disagrees with him on good governance. Here, he's giving reasons why the House rejected his nominees because they didn't perform.
If they have not done well, we have rights to say no. And we have said no. So we are not going to be threatened. And it is good to advise the man living in glass house not to throw stones.
The importance of all this is to show that when these people are fighting for their interests, they don't remember that Nigeria's image must be protected. It's only when people like Obi points out problems we have in Nigeria, they will remember, Nigeria's image must be protected. Smearing Obi is their favorite pastime, but no matter how long a lie is told, the truth will always prevail. Anyone asking you today to provide or show him what Obi did in office, or any prominent politician for that matter, you can't take such a person seriously, because Nigeria has passed the stage of telling people who to vote for. Everyone knows what he's doing. Everyone can differentiate between good and bad. So go along and make your choice and be prepared to live with it. Life isn't hard. The reason many people are supporting Peter Obi, many supported him during the presidential election, is simply because of one major reason. They found it very rare that a governor could save as much as $150 million, and he handed it over to his successor in cash. It has never happened in Nigeria's history. That alone won him many followers. They continue to follow him till today. And remember, even Tinubu mocked him for saving that money during the campaigns. He's saving money and you people are hungry. Every worker wants to save because everyone has plans. You can't be earning salaries and be spending everything. No, it never happens. It's just that in this economy, in this Tinubunomics, no one can save because of the high cost of living. Yes, if you don't save, you can't buy a car, you cannot buy a home, you can't buy anything, you can't even buy clothes for you and your family. So this is the reality. Once they start telling you stop demarketing Nigeria, take it as if you have hit them below the belt. You have hit them where it hurts. They know that you are telling the truth. They want to use patriotism and other buzzwords to cover up instead of addressing the issues that you raised. So the problem remains that Nigeria lacks good leadership. Until we get the leadership right, we will be running around in circles. This is why Nigerians must take elections seriously. Stop falling for their narrative, thinking that no one can be defeated. No, it has happened before in Nigeria, it can happen again. Take the bull by the horns, give all your 100%, and Nigerians will achieve their dreams of getting the right leadership in 2027. Thanks for watching.